Dave. I don't know what your different artistic practices consist of, whether you're book-based or you're digital or tech or whatever, you know. I myself am a kind of like the man from Alphabet. I'm like rebelling against tech, you know. People are like, I'm talking to you in Paris, right? Everything we do is controlled by San Francisco, right? San Francisco is controlled everything we do. The digital world, phones, everything. So for me, it's like I'm a bit of a rebel against that. It's about the tactile stuff, you know, the prints and stuff. But I started off. This is a retrospecting Sandy Hill. I did the work and I did the original book dummy when I was a farmer with Dave in the 80s. And basically my artistic practice kind of started, I did photography, but my artistic practice as far as books concerned started with a Print stick and photos, and put photos next to each other and rip them up and stick them into the book, see which photo next to each other and write things underneath or something. So I was doing this like when I was at college, when I stick one picture next to each other, print stick, and I learned a lot about photography by doing that. You know, at the time, not a lot of people were into making photographic books. Photographic books was kind of minor parts of the photographic practice. You know, at the time in the 80s, having a book published was incredibly difficult. So now it's a lot easier if you're into photographic books. So like, you know, I started off with the print stick and the pictures. You know, like I have a thing about photocopy books as well, making PDFs, making, you know, seeing what that looks like when it comes out of a photocopier. Basically it's a chronicle of about 10 or 12 years. I worked as a night porter in London hotels, and it's print-based, and it's printed in 12, 16, and I write underneath them. So basically I took this to publisher Twin Palms, as it is, kind of thing. The book dummy was this size, and he said, let's do it exactly the same as the book dummy, which never happens in the photographic world when he publishes. And one of the first things as a student, or if you don't know about photographic books, is to find out where your work is from different publishers. Because there are a lot of different publishers, different types of work, different mentalities. Maybe a landscape emphasis from some publishers, or portraits, or whatever. And you've got to find out where your work fits in with those different publishers. There's no use taking your work to publishers that don't suit you. So there's a lot of things to find out. I didn't know about it. All I felt was the normal thing that photographers feel like, oh, I really want my first book out. When I get my first book done, I'll exist, you know, that kind of thing. I'll do anything for my first book. But the reality is, if you have your book published with the wrong publisher, it's a fucking nightmare. And it's permanent. And somebody's looking at a bad book forever, and you may only get one chance. You like disappear off the face of the planet. What else? Paris, the centre of the world. You're here. You know, we're here in Paris. A lot of stuff is happening in Paris. Paris photo is like huge. You know, if you want to be in photography at some point, you've got to come to Paris. You've got to have an exhibition in Paris. You've got to sell your prints in Paris, like Dave does. Dave sold all his prints in the market a couple of years ago. You know, he was just there next to the fish and the potatoes. He was in
Go start somewhere.
He was selling his prints. You know, but you know, you have to kind of learn to sell your work. To sell your work, you've got to have something hard to sell. You know, you've got to have a physical object that you can sell, right? I mean, there's the emphasis on the technology and the digital thing. At the end of the day, if you're doing photography as fine art, you want something that you can, it's tactile, like a book or a print that you can sell. So, I don't know what your different photographic practices are. You may not be into that. You know, you may be like tech. You know, but so what can I say? This is brand new. I got this on Sunday from a Japanese publisher. So a Japanese gallery called Zen. The book is called Tokyo in Hong Kong. This was an early dummy of the same work. Before that there was about. This came to me on Sunday. There were 60 copies of this arrived with a blank cover. So I drew on 60 different covers. Then I contacted the publisher who was arriving.
People like put out a single that often make each copy of the cover. Could be like only my trade singles and things off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, there is, you know, you have to. It's a business. You have to sell yourself, but there has to be an element of play in your work. You know, you've got to be able to play with your work. Otherwise, what else? You know, it's about playing and it's about experimenting, making mistakes, all that kind of stuff. And it's very, the reality is it's very, very difficult. It's not easy, and it's not easy to get your work published. You might come to this place like this, and you might be lucky enough to show your work to somebody, but the reality is when you came to this desk and Aaron, you had to show me your work and say, I don't do that, sorry, So unless the whole thing is you want to be recommended. You want your work to be recommended to somebody so that you can see them. Approaching somebody out in a room can work or frequently doesn't.
Book, wasn't it? Your first sort of breakthrough book, if you like. And I'm just wondering, when you were making photographs, were you thinking it was going to be a book and a project when you were doing them, or were you open-ended about that? What was the process of production?
Unlike Dave, who had success as soon as he left college, I didn't. And the reality is I didn't get my shit together until I was like 40, and I was kind of like 27 or 28 when I left college. Dave was like outstandingly successful right from the get-go. He was working at the Independent, making good money. He had all these great contacts. He was in the photographer's gallery.
It's all falling apart now.
Yeah, I was poor, homeless. I had to get a job working as a night porter, And I can't tell you that, I have had some financial success, but I can't tell you that you are going to make a living from it. My reality is I've been into artistic practice, but you will be happier in the end. Maybe you're not going to get cancer because you followed your dream, right? You're not going to be like, oh, what do I do now, 40? It's like 7 or 8 different hotels in this way. It's not just one hotel. So, that's where the artifice, where accident meets art, What came first, the chicken or the egg? This is a whole big question. That's what we're asking. Was I premeditated in this thing? The fact was I did a degree in photography before I ended up as a night porter. So maybe my practice was informed by my education.
But I think
we're in this hotel world, when I worked nights for like 12 years, I had forgotten the whole artistic thing about being a photographer. A lot of these photographs I'm taking just to keep me awake, right? But there is an artistic aesthetic in that. Some of them are not, but like a lot of them are like were taken during the practical thing of working at night. Because if I fell asleep, I would be sacked. As a night porter, you're supposed to be awake, and I think
you can call it a career.
Right.
Is you are free. We talk about this in class a lot. You're free of a lot of conventions and ethical problems of being a documentary photographer.
I mean,
there's an intuition, an instinctiveness about your work which transgresses that, and it's not to everyone's taste, but it's I think it's fabulous. It's made you freer.
I stand here in 2008. I stand here in 2018. Now it's like I've had seven books published with seven books published with 6 different publishers. I've had exhibitions all over the world, and it very much looks like I have a career. I have like if you saw my work, you think, wow, he's done this then, and he's done that then, and there's a chronology, and there's a timeline about the work. But the reality was kind of different, Like they did 2 books at the same time. Sandy Hill one and this one were done like in 2013, even though the work was done in the 80s. So it wasn't chronological. But now it looks like, wow, this guy's got a career. 7 different books, 7 different publishers, exhibitions everywhere, collected by the Tate. I've got 90 prints in the Tate collection, yada, yada, yada. But, there is that thing. I kind of didn't give up. So I recommend you don't give up. But this is going to be your vocation, for life. You have to think about it in terms of my thing was that, you know, taking photographs kind of kept me alive, kept me going, you know, through the dark times of my life or whatever it was. I always had this thing called photography. In terms of like taking photographs, the rigor way of taking a photograph when I was at college was colour and horizontal. You know, Dave's kind of an example of that. There was Martin Powers, who was our teacher. I was horizontal, big colour. Paul Graham and Martin taught us. You have to realise that photography is a fashion. Different forms of photography are fashionable at a la mode at a certain time. The production values, there are fashionable ways to frame. There's aluminium framing that was de rigueur a few years ago. Everything comes through a phase, you know. Now there's a different this is my surrogate son, morel, and foster father, really. I'm not really.
Thanks for adopting me. So no one else will.
So, I don't know, I've lost my train of thought.
You're talking about fashion, you're talking about ways of doing things, yeah.
Photographs different ways of photography come in and out of fashion. So, for example, when I was doing the night portrait wear, I deliberately decided to rebel against the whole thing. I mean, why bother going with colour? So all my photographs were vertical and black and white. So at the time, everything was in colour, and I used to take my photographs. Sometimes I'd be lucky enough to get to see somebody in their editorial world, and they'd say, "Oh, this is great, but we can't publish it because it's not in colour. Have you got any colour photographs?" And this was a kind of normal thing, but I was doing it in black and white vertical. So the only other people that did black and white vertical is Japanese photography. So that's I learn about photographic books by making photocopies and print sticking, but you also have to know about the history of photographic books. And if you're in London, you're living in London, or you have access to the V&A in London, every great photographic book is collected by the Victoria and Albert Museum, and they have a library. If you want to see how books are made, you go to the library, you sign your name, somebody in white gloves comes out with that book and will show you that classic photographic book. When you get that kind of knowledge, I mean, I wasn't rich enough to buy photographic books, classic Japanese photographic books, but because of the V&A, I knew what they looked like, and I could research and educate myself. And at the end, when I kind of stopped, I had a bin bag full of film that needed to be developed, and then it was a lot of circumstances that came together in my life. Stop drinking, stop taking drugs. Life got better. Then I'm able to go to all portfolio review, win a competition, independent fashion photography competition with these night portrait pictures that Alexander McQueen was a judge of. So there were different things. Then that allowed me to travel, go to Houston, Texas, to the photo festival, show my work there, meet publisher, meet Aperture, meet another American publisher, go to New York 2 or 3 times. It was a process, not an event. It wasn't just one thing. But once I was going, I was going. Sometimes it can come to complete stop, but then the next thing, like for example, when I started getting successful, and I said to David when we were talking before you came, large part of my success was revolved around living in Paris. So like Paris being the centre of the kind of universe, like everybody's coming through Paris, all the collectors, everybody's in comes to Paris Photo. So as an example of this, like this book called The Rise and Icons, this is a book about Joshua Tree National Park, done in the kind of same style, black and white, flash. This book came about because of living in Paris. I'm in Paris at Paris Photo. I meet American collectors. They come round to my apartment. I live around the corner. They buy some prints. The guy says to me, I've got a huge collection of Japanese photography in my place in Los Angeles. If you're ever in Los Angeles, come and see it. I have a spare bedroom. You can stay there and stay in this room of Japanese photography. So I said, all right, bought some prints. 2 weeks later, I call him and say, I'm on my way. I went to Los Angeles, stayed with the collector. The collector says, I'm going to make some calls for you while you're here. He phones up director of Palm Springs Museum and arranges an interview. I go to Palm Springs Museum for an interview with the curator of Palm Springs Museum and show him my work. So one thing leads to another. I'm there showing him the work. when I'm showing him there, he said, I love night porter. He said, I love weeds and Wallasey. He said, well, we need something round here. He said, have you ever been to Joshua Tree? I said, no, what's Joshua Tree? I said, well, I'll check it out on the way back to the airport. Drove through there on the way back, saw Joshua Tree, saw the landscape, came back to Paris, Googled Joshua Tree artists. What popped was Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree. So then I contacted them, applied for the residency, used the thing as a reference, and I'm there doing the residency for 2 months. They gave me a house on Joshua Tree. So that's how that led to that. So it's like, it's not always my life. My life wasn't about Joshua Tree. Right. So if you don't know about publishing, how publishing works, the thing would be like, oh, I just go and show them some photographs. But actually what you've got to do is show them the finished, nearly the finished work, so that they don't have to do anything. They just print the book. So before you know publishers, you think, oh, they're going to do everything for me, they're going to have a graphic designer, they're going to do the layout, they're going to edit, they're going to
pay loads of money.
They're going to pay loads of money, they're going to do the whole thing, and I just have to turn up my happy snaps and they're going to look. So now you have to you have to do the editing. I'm talking about this world, the indie world. I'm not talking about 5 or 10 books, which are big, but maybe do have the InDesign team to do that work for you. But you're not going to get it straight away. So you're going to be in this indie kind of world. Like 5 editions of 500. If you're serious about photography and the money is in fine art, the money's not in straight photography. So, but it's where documentary practice meets fine art. That's a kind of an interesting area. It's a very small area. Aaron's an example of like a fine art publisher. So this fine art straight photography thing goes through the different publishers. There are publishers that are fine art and publishers that are just straight photography. So you've got to work your way around the book and find out the difference, what's right for you. Right? I'm going to give you oh yeah.
I'll come back and chat. Let me do this for Chris.
Yeah. Just chaperoning him to a season.
Well, I'm doing a bit of filming for your man here because he's just given us a talk. So, and now Bruce is here. It's like, the ante's up. yeah.
So you're going to be waiting for Martin. You're going to be outside. I wish I'd got a taxi. He's going to be paying double. He's going to be paying double. It's up at the top of some hill somewhere around. I dedicated a book to him the other day. We want one of these. Yeah. I get a big arrow, and then I wrote on the sign, obscure photo museum, 200 kilometers this way.
Oh, that's funny. All right, I'll see you, Chris. I'll let you do your business. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man.
From Sailor, because it's auto.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let me print something similar. I'll use the same paper as this, but like a lighter version. I think this is like 170 GSM. I'll go to 90. A really light one. And since this is, do you know what? They might not be able to. I'll print 2 of them, and then we could just staple them and bind them together. I don't know. Do you think this kills it though? Do you think it like diminishes it and makes it too? Do you want like a big glossy?
I think we know from small acorns, great trees can grow. So it's actually like coming out like that, and then the photographs become like classic, and then it's reproduced by other publishers in a serious.
Yeah, it reminds